Oh, hey there. I was just finishing up wrapping some presents. I finished up my holiday shopping early this year. Said nobody ever, which is exactly why you clicked on this video. Let's be honest, probably not a photographer and you're looking for some gift ideas for a special someone in your life. Maybe you are a photographer and you're just looking for something to spend more money on. Put the credit card down. Who am I kidding? Go ahead, buy yourself something nice. And you and I both know it does not cost under $100. And if you're a photographer or videographer watching this, go ahead, share this video with your family and friends. Drop some hints on them. I'm sure they'll appreciate the extra help that you're giving them on the gift guide. In this video, I'm going to give you gift ideas under $100 for that special photographer or videographer in your life. What's up? My name's Jay LeBlanc, wedding photographer and photography educator. I've been a photographer for over 18 years, and every year a generous friend or family member wants to get me something related to photography. And I gotta tell you the truth, most of the time, sorry mom if you're watching this, it just ends up in the garbage. So I'm here today to give you some ideas for gifts for that special photographer or videographer in your life that don't suck. Something that they're not just gonna say, ooh, that's nice, throw it away. And before my first gift idea, I just want to let everybody know the links to everything I mention in this video will be in the description below to make it nice and easy for you to find what I'm talking about. So let's get started with our first gift. To start off our gift guide, we're going with memory, and lots of it. We're talking external hard drives. I go through so many hard drives. Getting a photographer a hard drive, especially external, is never a bad option. Now you can pick up a hard drive relatively inexpensive, starting around 50 bucks or so. But if you want to be a really good gift giver, go for an SSD hard drive. They're a little bit more money, but they are much faster and much more reliable. And they're a lot smaller. Up next, we have memory cards. I will say that the type of memory cards that a camera requires varies from camera to camera. It's always a safe bet to just ask the person what type of camera they have and go from there. And when in doubt, SD cards are used in the majority of cameras these days, so this is always a good option. Memory cards start around 20 bucks. They go up to hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But a basic SD card, 128 gigs, you can get for $25. And while we're on the topic of memory, get a memory card wallet. I love this thing. This is where I keep all my memory cards. Super neat, clean, organized, fits right in my bag. I don't have to worry about 30 different cases for 30 different memory cards. I just put them all in one. And my favorite part about the one that I own, it's called the Pixel Pocket Rocket. What a cool name. For 19 bucks, how can you go wrong? I have 3 of them. For the next item on our list, we have a lens cloth. Can't take good pictures if your lens is dirty. Lens cloths are pretty cheap. You can buy a pack of them for less than $10, and they're great to keep 1 or 2 in every one of your camera bags. And when they get dirty, you usually just throw them away. So they're always a nice addition for anybody with a camera or anybody with glasses. Next, we have a rocket blower. These things are fantastic for cleaning dust off of a camera, lens, or a sensor. You don't want to wipe off dust because sometimes it'll scratch your lens or sensor. So using a rocket blower, little puff of air will help get that dust off without having to worry about any scratching. And these are a nice little stocking stuffer. They're only like 9 or 10 bucks. Next up, we have light modifiers. If that photographer or videographer in your life, more specifically for photography, uses external lighting, these are a fantastic option for quickly modifying light. More specifically, magnet mod. I love these. They're super easy and convenient to use. If I have my flash on top of my camera to modify it, I have a little magnet adapter right here. That's simple. And now I've changed the quality of my light. In the description below, I put a link to a starter kit, and sorry, it's $109. We went a little over budget there, but it's a really good place to start for somebody who's not already in this system. For somebody who's already in this system, you can buy individual accessories much, much cheaper. Did you notice my dinosaur? Next up on our list, continuing with the theme of light modifiers, we have softboxes. They're a great way of modifying light for somebody who's maybe a portrait photographer or needs a larger, softer light source with their smaller lights. Softboxes, other light modifiers, great gift option for photographers and videographers. Just make sure that you're purchasing light modifiers that are compatible with the lights that they're currently using. The next gift on our list, I own one, but I'm going to be honest, I don't use it. Some people love them, but I've just personally never really gotten into them. But what I have here is a little wallet for holding your batteries. Now this one has AA batteries in it right now, but you can put your camera batteries in here as well. And it just helps keep them all nice and neat and organized for somebody. Moving right along. Up next, we have light. Too much light. These little LED panels are fantastic for photographers and videographers who want to get creative in a very small, compact form factor. This one right here is made by Aperture, and I love it. I'm able to mount it on a tripod. There's magnets on the back of it so I can stick it to anything metal. It's super small and light. I use this thing all the time when I'm photographing different details, or I've even used this as a little light for when I'm doing interviews. It's so versatile. Definitely recommend this one. And coming in at only $72, it's a steal. Most professional lighting that's good quality is so much more expensive than that. And Aperture is a very reputable brand. Next on our list, we have filters. These are little things that screw onto the front of your lens, and they're great for video, and some photographers find use for them as well. This one right here, it's called a neutral density filter. It's basically like putting sunglasses on your lens. Take a look. And that allows videographers to shoot at low apertures out in bright natural daylight. Another type of filter would be a circular polarizer filter, which helps take reflections off of different surfaces. This is very popular in real estate photography and automotive photography, and it just helps eliminate glare. This is another item on our list that's very specific to the type of lens that your photographer or videographer is using. And if you want to be secretive about it, all you got to do is look at their lens that they use. Somewhere on that lens, there will be a number such as 77 millimeters or 82 millimeters. It'll be in millimeters, and that'll tell you the thread size of the lens so you know what size filters to buy. And these filters only start around 25 bucks. They're pretty inexpensive. They can get expensive as you go up in quality, but for starting off, having something is better than nothing. Is your photographer or videographer into shooting products? Having some extra clamps, while you may say like, hey, how do they use that? These things are invaluable when it comes to shooting products. With all the different things that you have to set up in order to shoot still life well, clamps are used all the time in a studio to help hold things in different positions, and it just makes your life so much easier. You can buy a pack of these on Amazon for like $12, and they definitely help a lot when you're in the studio. Up next, we got merch. Yeah! All right, let's be real. You could go out, you could buy a t-shirt at your favorite store. Maybe it costs 35, 40, 50 bucks. T-shirts get expensive. I don't wear expensive shirts. This shirt was like $8. But if your photographer or videographer owns their own business, what do you think they'd rather do? Be a walking billboard for another business, or be a walking billboard for their own business? Buying merchandise with their logo on it is a really cool personalized gift. And honestly, it's less expensive than you might think. For example, I have this custom embroidered hoodie with my logo right here on it, and it only cost me $35. I have a embroidered hat. This was only $17. Bought myself some stretchy wristbands. I bought them in bulk, but it was only like $100. But it's a great little marketing tool to hand out to people. And my personal favorite one, chapstick. I use a lot of chapstick. So I said to myself, why don't I put my logo on this? So I just bought myself a bulk order of chapsticks with my logo on it. And it's a very unique way of almost handing out a business card. It won't get lost in some junk drawer when somebody's using this every day. There's a ton of different sites out there. Do your research, but just get their logo and you can throw it on any type of merch that you want. It's a really fun way of making a unique, personalized gift. Okay, the next one, I'm gonna be honest with you. It can get pricey. Photographers, for some reason, love bags. Bags starting as low as 25 bucks. I'm sure you can find something that they'll love. But let me warn you, they can get expensive fast. So don't go too crazy here. You know what might be fun? Getting a bag embroidered with their logo on it. Ooh, now we're thinking. Next on our list, tablets. Not the tablet like an iPad, but a tablet that you use for drawing on a computer. These are great for people who are really into photo editing and photo manipulation because it allows you to be creative on a computer while using a device that is almost like writing with a pencil. Especially for those artists out there that love to draw, this is a fantastic gift to allow them to be creative. This is another one that can go up in price, but you can get a really good one for only 99 bucks. Next on the list, we have gloves. If you're out in the cold and you need to work a camera, you need to be able to have access to your fingertips. But if it's cold enough that you need to wear gloves, you're probably going to want some type of glove that's flexible in that type of environment. They make gloves specifically for operating a camera where the thumb and fingertip will fold back so you have access to those fingers, so it's much easier to operate your camera. And starting around $19, it's a nice cheap gift for them. And even if they don't use it for their camera, you can always use a pair of gloves, unless you live somewhere that's warm all the time. And in that case, I'm just jealous of you because I live in New Jersey and it's cold right now. The next thing on my list is one of those things where you almost need to try them all before you find the perfect one. That is straps for your camera. I personally love this one by Peak Design because it's super easy. Take my camera on and off, just like that. It's hanging around my neck. I also like that I can lengthen it and sling it around my shoulder sideways like this. This strap is called the Leash by Peak Design and it's one of my personal favorites. And coming in at only $45, it's a very unique strap to have and it's very versatile. Next thing on my list, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't own it because It's just not for me. But maybe giving a ring light would be a good gift. It's very common these days for people to need to record themselves for either behind the scenes or, dare I say it, TikTok, or just wanting to record their personal life using a cell phone or flattering lighting. A ring light's a great option for that. Most ring lights have a little mount in the middle where you can put your cell phone to, so they're super convenient for recording this type of raw footage. And coming in at only $24, can't beat it. And going off of the theme of the ring light, you can also get a cell phone holder for a tripod. So if somebody wants to record some video, but they don't want to use the real camera and they want to use a cell phone, they sell little adapters where it just holds your cell phone perfectly in place, but they can already use the tripod that they have. It only costs 11 bucks. And if you want to hold that cell phone in place really sturdy, check out these. These are flexible tripods, and these things are awesome. They're great for holding lights, cell phones, or even my big camera. Maybe if I want to be a vlogger, these are an awesome option because I can very easily hold my camera with this tripod, or I can put it down and it'll still stay nice and steady for me. Plus with these legs that bend, you can wrap them around a tree or a fence or a chair and it'll hold things in place and you don't have to worry about it falling. And coming in at only $37, it's a great deal. And for the next thing on our list, we have a color checker. In this industry, white balance is pretty important. So why not throw a color checker in your scene to make sure you got good white balance? These are especially popular with product and still life photographers. Next up, we have film. For some of you who just refuse to let it die. Let's be honest, some people still love that whole nostalgia of film and the look that you get from it. And it's not like a memory card where you take a picture, download it, and then you can erase it and you get to start all over with the same memory card. Film, it's one and done. So they're going to constantly need more film. So why not help them stock up a little bit by buying some of their favorites? And if you're not sure what their favorite is, they're probably keeping it in the refrigerator. Nah, that's crazy. Who would do that? A reflector. Ooh. Does it make me look tan? A 5-in-1 reflector is fantastic for any videographer or photographer. I bought my reflector like 12 years ago and I still have it today. They come in all different shapes and sizes. Personally, I have the 43-inch 5-in-1 reflector, and I think it's a great option for anyone who needs to bounce a little extra light into their subject. And it's only 25 bucks and it'll last you a really long time. Now for this one, the photographers might like it, but the videographers will love it. Gaffer's tape. This stuff is like duct tape for the film and photo industry. It's super strong just like duct tape, but the best part about it, it doesn't leave any sticky residue behind. Videographers go through this stuff like crazy. Now this stuff's a little bit more expensive than a roll of duct tape. A roll of Gaffer's tape starts around $19, but trust me, they'll appreciate you for it. For my next one, it's not even photography or videography related. Portable battery chargers. Listen, creatives are on their phone a lot. They have a lot of work to do on their phones, and their phones die. Especially when you're out at a wedding or on set all day. It's always nice to have a little extra power with you in case you need it. And starting at only around 20 bucks, these are a great thing to just throw in the camera bag in case you ever need it. For my next item, I can't show you it because it's on my camera that I'm filming with right now, but it's called a SmallRig cage. They're awesome for any videographer who wants to add a mic, external monitor, a handle, or any other attachment that they need to add to their camera to help build out their rig. Now note, this is very camera specific, so make sure you know what camera they have before you go out and purchase one. Next up, I also can't show you because it's right there. A light. Get an LED light panel. They're awesome for any aspiring YouTuber or videographer who needs to film interviews, or photographer who maybe just needs some additional lighting. LED light panels are a great option to have. They're cheap and they're versatile. If they break, who cares? They're easy to replace, and you can never have too many. And starting at only around $43, it's a really nice gift for a good price. Next on our list, we have light stands. Now, I put a link down below to a good light stand. One just like the one I have. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you buy cheap light stands, it'll show. Cheap light stands do not hold up very well. So go ahead, spend a little bit of extra money, buy something that's quality. I've used my light stands almost every single weekend for the last 10 years, and they're still holding up great. I've had cheaper ones that I used one time and they broke. So spend a little bit of extra money and they'll be sure to last a little longer. This light stand I have here is $58. And while it's not the cheapest light stand, it's also not that expensive. Now, if the person in your life wants to start a YouTube channel or they're aspiring videographer, this is a great gift. But if they already are a videographer, they probably already have this, so don't worry about it. Shotgun mic. Shotgun mic is something that goes on top of your camera and it provides better audio than the mic that's built into the camera. This Rode shotgun mic is only 70 bucks and it'll really improve the quality of the audio that you're getting from your camera. The next thing on my list, you can't really wrap up, but it is a fantastic gift. It's the gift of education. Continuing education within this field is very important to be able to grow. I'm a firm believer in it, and that's why I also teach photography at a college level and now on YouTube. I encourage any photographer, videographer, or creative to continue their education, to continue to grow and learn learn. I even push myself every day to continue my education. I always try and learn something new because it'll always make me better and it's something I could pass along to somebody else one day. One of my favorite resources for online education is Creative Live. It's a great resource where you can maybe go and purchase a course that your photographer or videographer might be interested in to help grow as an individual. And if all else fails, you can get them a puppy. Who doesn't love a puppy? Thanks, buddy. Did you fart? That smells so bad. Why'd you fart on me? So there's my list of different gift ideas for the photographers and videographers in your life. I hope you found it helpful. Just a reminder, links to everything I talked about today is in the description below. Happy holidays.